These three exercises are often overlooked by people because, to be honest, they're a bit boring. But the truth is, they're some of the best exercises in the world at helping you improve your walking to make you more confident and more stable on your feet. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do these exercises at home so you can walk further, faster, and stronger than ever before. I'm going to show you three of my favorite exercises, so stick around for that. But before I do, I just need to make you aware they're not going to be suitable for everyone. Do get checked out before you give them a try, and if they cause you pain, just avoid them. The first exercise I'm going to show you today is one that will help you improve your walking by stopping you from tripping and allowing you to clear your feet from the ground nice and safely. This is actually one of the exercises I teach for better walking in my book on page 272 of Thriving Beyond 50. There's loads more walking exercises inside if you're interested in this kind of thing. So to do this boring exercise, all you need is a wall. One preferably that your partner doesn't mind you leaning against, as long as you don't mark it. So what we're going to do is we're going to lean back against your nice blank wall like this. You've got your bottom and your shoulders on the wall, and you want your feet probably about 18 inches to 2 feet away from the skirting board back there. So we've got a nice gap between our feet and the wall. Now you're going to keep your shoulders and your bottom on the wall throughout, slight bend in your knees, and all we're going to do is pull the toes up towards the shin, hold for a couple of seconds, and then slowly relax back down. It's simple as that. Like I said, boring as anything, but a really good exercise to stop you from tripping. So again, you're just going to do that repeatedly, up nice and slow, down nice and slow like this, working in sets of somewhere between 10 and 20 repetitions in a row. Now, if you want to make this a bit harder for yourself, you can take your feet further away from the wall. Remember, the further away they are, the harder it gets. And as a side note, make sure you're not copying me and using socks on carpet because you could slip. So make sure you do this in shoes, which actually does make it a touch harder. So it will make it a better exercise for you as well. So that's the first exercise. It will help to stop you from tripping. Let's look at exercise number 2. The second boring exercise that makes a massive difference to walking is the inner range quads. And it's an exercise that activates these muscles here, which are vital to keep your knee straight when you walk and to stop your knee from giving way. This exercise almost instantly switches them on, and even though it doesn't build muscle mass, it builds your connection to the existing muscle you have, so it can work very, very fast. Here's how it looks. You're going to sit up against the back of your bed rest or against a sofa, and you just need a pillow to make this work. Take your pillow, fold it over in half like this, and then slip it under the knee that's going to be worked. You want like a slight bend in your knee to begin with if you're going to make this exercise work well. Now, all we're going to do here is using the back of your knee, push down into the pillow, lift your foot and pull your toes up towards you while squeezing this muscle here. Hold for 5 seconds and then relax back down. Super easy, very boring, but very effective. Try again. So push down and contract, lift those toes and relax back down. And again, down and contract, lift the toes and relax back down. Now, as you're doing this exercise, you should feel almost like a working ache here as the muscle contracts to allow you to do this movement. And that's what we call terminal extension happening, and it's your quads contracting very hard to make that a possibility. I would recommend doing somewhere between 10 and 20 of those in a row. Try and do 3 sets on each leg with maybe a 1-minute rest in between. A great tip is to do that just before you go out for your walk, and then you can move on to the next exercise. Now, the last boring exercise I'm going to show you today that will improve your walking is one that I personally hate because it's so tough and it feels so horrible, but it works so well. It's called the hip abduction circles, and it strengthens your hip abductors, which are crucial to allow you to walk. These are your glutes and they keep your pelvis stable. They protect your back and your knees as well. So for this exercise, you just need your bed. You're going to lie on one side. So I'm going to lie down facing you. Going to flatten out both legs like this, and you put your top hand on the bed like that and just roll forward just a little bit further than feels natural. So you're slightly tilted forward like this. We're going to work the top leg, and it looks like this. You're going to take your leg up and slightly back like this until you reach your maximum. You should feel your buttock tensing when you get to the top. And then all you're going to do is spend 30 to 60 seconds making tiny little circles at the top of the movement. Now, this starts out easy, but I promise you 30 seconds in, you're going to really feel that glute working hard. It's going to be a burn like you've possibly never even felt before, but in a good way. It's strengthening that glute and improving the endurance. So it's 30 to 60 seconds of these little circles. You want to probably do 2 or 3 sets on each side. Again, 2 or 3 times a week is plenty for this. You don't need to do it every day. Let me show you on the other side so you might get a better view. So if I do it with my left side, I'm going to keep both legs nice and straight, come forward into my hand. The left leg comes up and slightly behind. This is where you should feel it here, not in your back. It should be below the belt line, not above. And then you're going to do your tiny, tiny little circles. The smaller the circles, probably the harder it is, because you're trying to maintain that isometric contraction. This is a lovely way to build strength in your glutes. Keep that rotation going like that. And after you've done your 30 to 60, you can stop there. And that is your boring routine. I hope that's made sense. If you've enjoyed this, drop a comment below and let us know. I've got tons more like it in my lifelong mobility program, but hopefully not as boring as these ones. And I'll see you again on the next video. Ta-ra for now.